Okay, so you are dating a guy or you've met a guy and you're wondering if it's all just about sex. Is he only dating you because he wants sex or does he want something more? Stick with me and I'll tell you the signs. Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Renee Slansky. I'm a professional dating and relationship coach and I help women from around the world build the love life they desire and deserve. Let's talk about sex. In this day and age, a lot of people are sleeping together early on in a relationship, which is entirely up to them. Of course, we all know that there are dating apps out there and websites out there which are purely used by some people for hookups. And if you're someone that's into hookups, well then that's entirely up to you. But how do you know if a guy that you're actually dating is only wanting to have sex with you or is if he actually wanting to have a proper relationship with you? Well, here's 5 signs how to tell. The first one is this: it will be in his vocabulary. So if he is constantly alluding to anything sexual, if he is using words that have a lot of innuendo behind them, hot and you look sexy instead of maybe beautiful and gorgeous or lovely, or words that are a little bit more demure, then it's probably the first thing that he is thinking about. What are his texts saying? What are his conversations saying? When you get on the phone to him, is he always then somehow steering the conversation back to your physical appearance? Or is he always alluding to something with his own physical appearance? Is it overly suggestive? His words will probably be the first indication of what it is that he really wants to do with you and where his sort of intentions are when it comes to dating in the first place. The second thing is this: humor. Okay, the interesting thing about men is they often reveal the truth in their humor. So if he's constantly joking about what are you wearing, ha ha ha, kind of thing. I mean, hello, if he says what are you wearing, send me a picture, or if he says send nudes, then that's a definite indication that he only wants to have sex. If whatever it is that he's constantly joking about is an indication of whatever it is that his mind is thinking about. So if he's constantly joking about things that are sexual or having sex or kissing or, anything to do with sex as such, then that is probably what he's thinking about. The third indication will be this: he will be constantly trying to get you back to his place. Whether he's like saying, okay, well, I'll pick you up, and you're like, oh, no, that's not really going to work out, and he's pushing and pushing and pushing. It's one thing for a guy to offer to pick you up and be a gentleman. It's another thing to feel that he's constantly pushing his own agenda on you. Familiar and intimate sort of places is usually where we start to, have sex, or it's usually the environment for, wanting to have sex. So if he is always trying to come across as getting you back to his, or trying to prolong the date, and it always seems, he even says to you, well, do you want to come back for mine for a drink? Or how about we go back to mine, or how about we go back to yours? And he's suggesting that rather than just dropping you off or making sure you get home safe, then that's probably an indication that he's hoping that he's going to get a little bit of nookie. The fourth thing is this: look at what he is consistent in. The best way to know what a guy's character and intentions are is to look at what he is consistent in. Now, if you say to him that you're not that sort of girl who wants to have sex, and then basically he's like, oh yeah, me neither, I'm not that sort of person, and then he does an action that's completely opposite, maybe touching you really intimately, or trying to start something, or again asking you back to his place, or sending suggestive texts, or just alluding again back to sex, then clearly he's just trying to say these things to be able to make you believe that he's not into it, but he's hoping that by him agreeing with you, then you will learn to trust him, give in, and then eventually have sex with him a lot sooner than what you want to. When a guy says that he doesn't want to have sex with you and then all he does is talk about sex and then maybe even try a couple of things or tries to get intimate or affectionate with you, then chances are he does want to have sex. And the fifth and most important sort of indication, if a guy does want to have sex with you and that's all he really wants, is time. Really, the best way to weed out whether or not he is a guy that's only after one thing is by holding it back, because it means that you're able to work out whether he's actually going to stick around. Now, this doesn't mean that you only hold it back for 1 or 2 days. I'm talking about holding it back for a good couple of months even, maybe 2 months, maybe 3 months, to really work out if this guy is actually going to stick around and he actually wants to get to know you for longer. Now, it's important to look at what happens during that time. Is he only meeting up with you when it's convenient for him? Okay, he kind of goes missing, then he says yes, and he says no, maybe he has another girl on the side. Is he actually actively trying to get to know you beyond just drinks and nighttime dates? Because let's face it, nighttime dates and anything with alcohol usually leads to a little bit more intimacy as such. Time is your biggest indication whether or not a guy actually wants to have a relationship with you or whether or not he only wants to have sex with you. And again, it's not just about making him wait for 2 months and then going, oh, we had sex and then he done the runner. It's about understanding what is he doing during those 2 months to prove that he actually wants something beyond just a one-night stand or a quick fling. Ladies, if you want to know if a guy really is serious about having a relationship with you, then he's going to be willing to wait. He's actually going to be courting you. He probably won't try to kiss you too soon. He won't put his hands where he shouldn't. And he'll be really conscious of the fact that he actually wants to get to know you first, and he wants to prove that to you as well. A man that wants to get too intimate too soon usually only wants to be around for a really short term because he just wants that part of himself fulfilled. Well, there you go, girls. I hope that helped, and I hope that you make the right decision. In the meantime, check out my blog. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I do new videos every Tuesdays and Thursdays. And if you want to get to know how to get a guy to commit to you and how to take things to the next level, then click my link in my bio below. I'm out. See you next time. Bye for now.